Tatsumi makes his mark in the cultural history of the world. Hijikata was born in Akita Prefecture in 1928. He studied German-style dance, new tones, in Akita, then in Tokyo made his debut as a modern dancer. Poverty did not hinder his enthusiasm to read. The influence he received from Jean Genet inspired him to open new possibilities in dance. The result was Butoh. "1959, Forbidden Colors. This shocking Butoh piece was well taken and led to his association with such prominent figures as Mishima Yukio, Shibusawa Tatsuhiko, and Takiguchi Shuzo. 1963, Masseur. 1965, Rose-Colored Dance. Hijikata's representative pieces in the 60s were performed mainly by male Butoh dancers. Comic eroticism and crude violence projected his efforts to find a new physical expression, breaking away from conventional concepts and ideas. "1972, 27 Nights for 4 Seasons. 1973, Calm House. He presented a series of pieces named Tohoku Kabuki. As opposed to Western dance techniques, in which the body is conceived in a positive way, Hijikata completed his unique style, dancing bow-legged with a lower center of gravity, which is possible only for Japanese bodies. In 1974, Hijikata turned to directing and choreography. His art was succeeded by a series of performances by Hakutobo. And until his 1985 Tohoku Kabuki Plan series, which became his posthumous creation, Hijikata stayed off the stage.
And Butoh activity started from early 1960. So we have already around 56 years history. It's amazing. And I myself, I entered into Kazuo Ono Institute in 1962. And if we are the first generation, might be it's me, the son of Kazuo Ono, Yoshito, and also Tamano in San Francisco. And also first generation, Mitsutaka Ishii. He was in Germany very long years. And also it's me, first generation, and also Maro Akaji, Grand Camellia group. These are kind of first generation. Second generation is, for example, Sankaijuku, Min Tanaka. These people, second generations. Okay? And I guess, I don't know which generation you belong to, but already you have the third generation, fourth generation, around fifth generation. Okay? And we started just around 10 people. And under the guidance of Hijikata and Kazuo Ono. And when Hijikata came from Akita Prefecture, very north, and to Tokyo, he studied very much everything, all kinds of dance, Spanish dance, jazz dance, modern dance, everything. And even social dance. He was very good at social dance. And and watched many performances. Among them, he admitted, he recognized how Kazuo Ono was great. Kazuo Ono was already known, but not so popular. But Hijikata admitted, and he decided Kazuo Ono might be my master. Then he visited Yokohama, Ono Kazuo's institute. Then their first activity started. And Hijikata did much experimental activity before Forbidden Colors, but official debut of his performance might be Forbidden Color by Mishima Yukio, very famous novelist. And also the title came from Mishima, but the item came from Janjune. It's very scandalous performance, I heard. Unfortunately, I didn't see it. And so item is Janjune, so treated about homosexuality. And Yoshito Ono, Kazuo Ono's son, and Hijikata did some homosexual relationship. So I heard half of audiences went back in the middle of the performances. And for example, also at ritual ceremony, they killed the chicken on the stage. So half of people left from performances. And also this season Hijikata and Kazuo Ono, they did much experience the activity. Then Hijikata did marriage with Butoh. Butoh is also great dancer, great modern dancer. And after their marriage, they stopped a little bit experimental activity. Then they wanted to get their own students. So I'm sorry, the first generation, Akira Kasai and me, and Mara Akaji, we are friends since teenager. And so the first knock person was Kasai Akira and me, and my high school, my friends, and also my ex-dancing institute friends knocked. But Hijikata pretended he is a homosexual, so no girls, only men, boys. But then Kasai Akira entered into Hijikata's institute 1 year before me. But we knew Hijikata is not homosexual. And also, they are managing their economical life at show business. So soon they need women. So we feminine dancers, 3 of us went to Kazuo Ono's institute first. And At that period, Kazuo Ono stopped dance. So at the studio, it's great and gorgeous exercise, only one by one. Kazuo Ono, me, like that, no students. And he had to take care of his sick brother and sick aunt. Then also he worked at high school, gymnastic teacher. So he had to stop dance. And but also I had very nice time. After 1 year later, Hijikata opened the gate. Women can come. But at that period, we had Saturday, Sunday exercise. It's great exercise for us. I mean, Saturday, Kazuo Ono came to Hijikata's studio. Then and as student among students, Hijikata, also as a student, accepted Kazuo Ono's exercise. And this is a dancing exercise, but also really great literature, reading book exercise. And already Hijikata ordered us, please read this book, that book. Then, for example, I was 19 years old. I don't know the meaning of homosexual or nothing. Hijikata's studio was a kind of the center of artists. Every night, many artists visited. And for me, these Saturday and Sunday season, it didn't continue just less than 2 years, but it's great education for me. And so for me, but you know, Kazuo Ono started his dance again when he was 70 years old. After 15 years interval, breaking time, he started. And he begged to Tatsumi Hijikata as a director. So, of course, for Hijikata, Kazuo Ono was a teacher, but also Kazuo Ono knew Hijikata's talent as a choreographer and director and begged. So, this Argentina, today I like to introduce Argentina. This is the first night, Tokyo premiere, and choreography by Tatsumi Hijikata. It's great night. So this video is so important, and even Kazuo Ono's institute, they don't have this first night video, I think. So I'll introduce. So maybe, so it's a lecture, but not much time. So first I like to introduce Hijikata's DVD video. In his period, no video time. It's just beginning season of video starting. So really it's sad he didn't have only one video for the performance. So it is Summer Storm. Summer Storm. It's called Summer Storm. This is the only video which he left. He left several books and photos or many objects, costumes, but no video. It's sad. And but also it's lecture time, so I need to talk more. So, for example, last year I came to Berlin, and also last year there was the exit program in Germany, and 100 people gathered, Butoh people gathered from all over the world. We started from 10, and wow, it's expensive, but people came. And also one American scholar, professor in America, he said Butoh might be the best cultural import after the war from Japan. And nowadays, of course, at the beginning season, I did performance in Europe. I started from Europe and North America, but nowadays, not only Europe and North America, more than Europe, Latin America is so Butoh population are increasing, and also East Europe, China, and also Asia started to fire now. And the country which Butoh didn't go yet might be Muslim country and Africa, not yet. But soon we went to Malaysia. Asia is also very nowadays. People started to remark about Butoh, okay? But so later, when we do discussion, I like to talk about this phenomenon. Why Butoh became worldwide dance? Why? It's something. There are several reasons, but I like to discuss about it. And also, I like to talk a little bit about the situation when we started Butoh activity with 10 people. Before that, before Butoh period, before the war, Second World War, we had already a few pioneers who introduced European dance to Japan, like my ex-master, Kuni Masami, and also the master of Kazuo Ono, Mia. Listen, I forget the name. あの人は、高谷江口高谷。But so we had much, not only Butoh, we had much more accustomed to European culture. But after the war, in some way, Japan was defeated by America. So jazz, American jazz, and American modern dance, which in some ways very political activity, I feel. And for America, jazz and dance is so important. So suddenly, Martha Graham, Matt Cunningham, these American modern dance adapted to Japan. Then, and also before we had great traditional theater activity like kabuki, no theater, bunraku, puppet theater. But after the war, our traditional activity, theater activity is very descended, very limited and closed. Then, when I was young, when I want to study dance, it means only American modern dance. So also, we mimic Asia country, I guess Japan is the first country to open our gate to Western world. Yoko Ashika, middle. I like to show the last night, the last scene. It's still I remember very well. It's great performance, and after that, Hijikata appeared, gave flowers to Kazuo, and also his wife Motofuji, and also Kasai Akira, Yoshito Ono, and Yoko Ashika, Tomiko Takai, and me. These old students all appeared for celebrating Hijikata Kazuo Ono's the first night, Argentina. Afterwards, he traveled world over. Then he got great reputation. This is the first night, real premiere. Okay? This is finale. Fijikata loves yami. Yami.
Darkness.
Yami. Special words, darkness, but more yami. And so you know, even history, we have surface history on the surface. but behind history. So yami is kind of behind history, shadow parts. So Ankoku, darkness is like darkness in cosmos. It's more spiritual area. Body missing darkness, just Butoh became just Butoh now. Missing darkness, it means out of spirituality for me. And also, Hijikata was a person, 消えてなくなっていくものに対するすごいシンパシーを持ってた。
土方さんが。土方 loves a thing, the who going to away and who going to vanish. So he's a very, not a melancholic, but always tempt to love to the things to lost.
And also that thing which we can't tell well by language. Also something which doesn't have form. Something invisible. Something unconsciousness. Something which was not told but vanishing. So in some way, Ankoku, blackness means something invisible, something. It's total name of invisible something. Okay? No form, no figure, no talking, and vanishing. Our human beings' history might be behind history, might be 90% might be vanishing history. History on the surface might be history. It's little. But our history, human beings, all vanishing history. So for us, Ankoku is something behind, something uratori.
The other side.
The other side, and something really vanishing, something crippled, something not normal. All these behind history, behind shadow, he loves more than successful, fear, power. Okay? We have big differences between Western dance and Butoh. Western dance, all human beings is dancing. Human beings is dancing. We deny. Our body should be more original body itself. Forget about humanity. Forget about our identity in society. And in this way, technique itself includes. Because, this is important point when Butoh activity, it came from Oriental world, from Japan. And of course, you don't need to copy Butoh, you don't need mimic Butoh, but also I hope, and also any artist should make their own style in future. Even though you started from Butoh, you can develop yourself, and you need to make your own style. This is our artist's obligation. Forget about what is Butoh. But also one thing which I hope you will not forget is it came from Japan, Oriental world, Asia. It's different from Western world. For example, Japanese has religion, Buddhism. But before, more than Buddhism, we believe more animistic relief. So human being is not the top. We are the same as tree, we are the same as worm, we are the same as, we are all equal. We have this strong sense. This idea supported Japanese, I feel. And Butoh includes this idea. And also Butoh is connected more directly to shamanism. No, it's not contemporary dance. It's not techniques. It's not theater art. It includes more knowledge of body itself. Body itself is like a nature, another nature. So it's more a mystic world. And so Butoh body should enter into more deep places. So Butoh is not contemporary conception of dance. We just returned to Asia. I believe like this. So how to kill our humanity is dancing and Butoh's technique. It's the most difficult part. So to be mono, to be anonymous body, to be dead body, to be crystal or in many ways we can tell. But anyway, then one more thing which I like to discuss quickly, why Butoh became like this world fashion. It's nice body work, even though I'm not good at in English, I can communicate with body language. So one side now world became closed by pasokan or this machine. The earth became shrink, distance became shrink. But machine is a machine. Just our time became busy. We did communicate, but it's kind of just information. So Butoh is a great point, it's our body work. Body work, we can get over the border. We can communicate as a human being body, not language. More intimacy, more warm heart, but we can communicate. This is another globalization. It's a great point. Better than pasokan or Facebook. Young generation became everything like this. But if we miss this communication, physical communication, it's so sad. So also I feel now the civilization is very crisis. And so everything, it's not cultural changing. I feel more big crisis for civilization. And the earth would not, we don't know where we will go. Like Gauguin said, we don't know where we knew where we came, but we don't know where we go. So now civilization it is a mid of this. We started float. At this moment, I think only reliable something might be body. And body's activity, this is important point. You know, in Western world, head, intellectuality belongs to head. And the body is more, eroticism, more, so metaphysical is head. And, but Butoh is a kind of, for example, I'm not intellectual on the head, but I studied everything by body. my knowledge, my intellectuality came from body. So Western and in Oriental world, in Buddhism world, head and body is connected, not divided. And body is very intellectual place. And also body is like a mystic world. It's not be clear. It's not perfect. Everything is chaotic. Like nature is chaotic, body is chaotic. But so Hijikata often taught us we are missing ourselves. But I myself, when I dance, I feel unity. I became one. Everything in daily life, I'm scattering everything, divided. But in dance, I feel it's me from deep of my body. So this is dance. Dance is the place where we can find our own unity. Understand my body in unity. And dance itself is an art of unity and also peace, love, or a shake hand, or a spiritual, or a physical. So something important, something is included in our body and in dance. So this is my belief for dance. Is there any opinion? Good at speaking in English, so I wrote about my concept on the paper. I hope you get, all of you will get the article. Please read more. Thank you very much.